What's up, guys? Mikey's back. Hey, I want to go over CYTO. I love me some pennies. I love me some sub-dollar names, right? Um, I love trading them on the book when things kind of align and match up. But first of all, CYTO, what kind of daily setup is this, right? So far, it's a backside daily setup, right? It's backside. It consolidated the day before, and now it's starting to bounce, right? So there's a backside bounce play so far for right now. If you see what it did last time, it did a nice liquidity trap and went AWOL, and then did a micro daily clear out right here. Had a great example on this one. It'll be up there in the description of the CYTO micro clear out and what it looked like on the book. Moreover, all right, I'm gonna dive in real quick into the book on this one, but as far as this one goes, looking for daily pivots to break. That's something I've always focused on. So right here you needed basically 41 cents to break, and then 45 or 46 right there on the daily. Okay, let's dive into the book. Book was great. You can see that this thing is pretty much being sandwiched, right? So this is that daily pivot that needs to break. But zooming down to 41s, this was the area of the previous daily pivot to reclaim. All right. Really nice hold right here from these bidders. Some absorption down here. Talk about that a lot, right? And then right here, again, you get some seller exhaustion, right? Sellers are exhausted. There's really not that much selling pressure, so there's a lack of selling, right? Cool. Let's now as this thing starts to break out, it pulls back and retests that daily pivot at 41 on the book, and then again, lack of selling. Okay, really important to see. Nice pullback to a previous area of interest right here, and things start to bounce. All right. What got me too on this one was a beautiful higher lows on the book, and then again pulling back to another previous area of interest, and then you can kind of see sellers get some absorption right here, and then you'll be able to again see the lack of selling on the best bids. Right, there's a mix. Okay, they did a little book flip right here too, as you can see this, right? 13K seller. As it starts to break, then a bidder steps up right here on the book. Okay. All right, I want to show you a nice little spot too. As this thing starts to break out, you'll see that it starts to consolidate sideways right here, and then a new bidder steps up, right? As this thing pulls back, this is a previous pivot area. All right, there's some initiation going on through here, and this thing pulls back to this area, and then again, you see some absorption now. Very important to zoom in and out of the book rather than just being focused in on one time frame. And what I mean by this is you're only going to get the intraday time frame on this, but depending on how zoomed in you are, then you can start seeing like a bigger picture. And then when you start zooming in on this, you'll be able to see how they're auctioning the price on a smaller time frame, right? Over and over and over, right? You can really zoom in a lot on this one. It's really nice. Okay, this is a great absorption right here. All right, sellers come in, sellers get absorbed, and then thrown up a bid. All right. After they do that, you can kind of see the lack of selling on these best bids, and as this starts to crank, you see a bidder step in right there, 60K. All right, as this pulls back too, you kind of see some more sellers get absorbed, and they throw in another 43K bid right there, right? You see this comes into it, very key right here. You can see exactly how they do this, that they have 43,000 on here, and they come in and a seller doesn't even chew through this at all. All right, so another absorption right here, 8,100 shares. Really not that many shares on a sub dollar name like that. Beautiful higher low pattern with nice bid support on each one. Okay, as this thing starts to break out, there's a nice pivot play right here. You can see this as it starts to break out. There's kind of some absorption, a lack of selling, and then you kind of see this right here too. It's very 66,000 shares go through here, a mix of buying and selling. Price action does not dump, and this ended up making new highs for 57. And this is what it looks like on the daily, and oof, it is going after hours. Cool. Hopefully we get a nice liquidity play on this one tomorrow, and it tries to make new highs and goes bonkers. We'll see. All right. That's pretty much all I got for CYTO. Very different on the book compared to all these other names we traded today. Um, but nonetheless, um, nice name that held up. Thought it gave some great opportunities in pulling back to some previous zones and then holding up. All right. All right, guys. Much love. Peace out, Mikey.